So my name is Laura Taylor, and I'm currently a graduate assistant at East Carolina University. I'll graduate in May, and I've started applying for jobs. I grew up in the Episcopal Church. Church every Sunday was what we did. My mom and dad are strong believers, and they thought growing up in a church atmosphere was the right thing to do. And so if you didn't go to church on Sunday, I didn't get to play outside. So I just went to church every Sunday because my parents told me to. I always thought I was a believer because I went to church. And then I came to college, and I kind of was questioning everything that I'd learned. You know, I just believed, oh, the Bible was written by a guy. Like, who is this person writing the Bible? And so I was like, oh, I'm not gonna believe in this anymore. I didn't go to church. Looking back, there was a lot of sin in my life that I just didn't care to address. I would say my friend and I went to Europe for 9 weeks, and then after that trip, I came back and something was just off. And I wouldn't say if it was depression per se, but I just felt really sad. And the girl that I work with, she kind of started talking to me about Christianity and, you know, introducing Jesus into my life, and I was immediately I was like, no, I don't need that. I can figure this out myself. But nothing ever really made me happy. And so she introduced me to integrity, and I started going. In fact, the first service I went to had baptism, so it was a good service to go to because I had a lot of questions afterward. And I definitely ask a lot of questions. I'm a very curious person. So I started asking a lot of questions. I wanted to do my research, and my mom got me my first Bible. And I was still kind of hesitant to really accept it, and I started going to a life group every Wednesday, and just the people that I met there have been awesome. And so I don't even know, a lot of people I talked to had kind of like a moment of when they became believers, and I was kind of waiting for that moment to happen. I started getting discipled, and I still I didn't know if I was a true believer or not. And a lot of people told me, you know, I think you're on the right path, like, don't feel afraid to ask questions. And it was just a really random, I was doing schoolwork, and in November, it was right before Christmas break, or right before Thanksgiving break, and I just had this kind of acceptance of Jesus loves me no matter what, and I love him, and just that overwhelming love. I just knew that I'd become a believer and that I needed Jesus in my life. And I texted all my friends and told them, and it's just an awesome feeling to know that I don't have to be perfect, but that there's a higher power that loves me and will protect me and just be there when I need him. And so I can tell the difference from my life now to then, because I don't want to commit sin. I'm very aware of when I am committing sin. One of the things I struggle with is letting things go. I like to hold grudges, and, you know, looking back on the grudges that I've held, there's no point in being mad at people for something that happened a year ago. So it's been awesome to have people to turn to, a church community I can turn to when I need help, and just have that awareness that I want to be better, and actively trying to be better, and walk the way Jesus walked, and